If you are in love and building a life together but still feel financially stuck, then this video is for you. We're not talking about boring budgeting tips or generic money advice. We're getting into real couple goals and couple moves where we're gonna dive deeper into how you should, as a couple, save money.
If you're ready to level up not just as a partner in life, but partner in legacy, so keep watching.
Turn your pillow talks into actually financial discussions.
What do you mean by that?
Basically, what I mean is that when you are going to bed, basically have 10 to 15 minutes to yourself where you guys as a couple discuss on a daily financial activities. Did we do good, bad?
Yeah.
What are the future plan looks like? Just have a little discussion of 10 to 15 minutes maximum. Why? Because dream is the time where you're able to connect dots in your dreams and at rest, and you may be able to come up with a better decision when you wake up.
Something like financial reflection every day. Instead of talking about random thing, just 10 minutes to reflect on the day. Have you achieved something?
And instead of like scrolling on TikTok, which everyone does, that 15 minutes could actually be very, very beneficial if you just sit down and have a quick chat with your partner. The things you're going to discuss in that quick 10 minutes chat is if there's anything that's stressing you about money, any goal that you want to achieve or you think of throughout the day that needs a financial assistance, and it could be any past money issues that you're working towards, whether that's debt, money you owe to someone, loans, etc., etc.
Okay, so the next point is to build an emergency fund for each other. Okay, so for this point, what you need to discuss with your partner is like something, what is our dream project that we want to work on it in the future, what we want to achieve in the future, what is going to be our goal in 5 years from now.
Now, that's just a goal part, but you also want to add into anything emergency could happen. For example, if any of you lose your job,
Yeah.
what would that projection look like? For example, if you both are not working, you lost a job, how much money you have in the emergency fund that you will be able to survive for next 2, 3, 4, 5 months? Because it's a good idea to have at least 6 months of savings for that monthly budget with a partner in your bank account, so that let's say if anything happened that's not in your favor, you guys can go back and dip into that emergency fund budget. Now that also could help you with any of an accident that could happen. For example, you weren't expecting a maintenance of your car, it happens, you can use that for emergency fund. Anything that happened in terms of medical that needs an emergency fund, you can use that. So emergency fund is the second most important point in our list, because if anything goes wrong, you need to have money, and that money is going to be in the emergency fund. That's very easily accessible, something like savings account you can put money into, that you can just take it out whenever you need and use it for that emergency. Now, the third most important point here is that you have to audit your partner without involvement of any ego. As you live along with your partner, you will see few things that you might not like that they are doing financially. You might think that, okay, buying a car at this point might not be the financially best decision, or getting into debt because of car might not be, like, there could be many reasons why you would think that your partner wanting XYZ may not be the best decision, and that could be fine. This is something you need to decide with your partner, that we are okay to audit each other financial decisions at any time, because it's better for our family. Things that I'm spending money on, she might see it differently, and the thing that she's spending money on, I might see it differently, and I'd be like, you know what, I don't think it's necessary at this very moment. This thing could be delayed. We're actually moving right now, so we kind of have to make this decision. I'll link the video up here for when we talked about our moving experience, but these things will be very important for you to discuss with your partner.
Yeah, and the reason is without ego is because this topic is very, very sensitive between partner, and especially for men, I think it could be hurtful a little bit if I look into his bank statement and I tell him like, no, I don't want you to spend money, or what did you do here, or you shouldn't do that. So it's something trigger your ego a lot, so that's why we mentioned without ego, because you have to make sure that you're okay for all the opinions.
Basically here you always have to keep in mind that you're in the same team against the financial issues. Okay, financial issues are not the partner who is asking the question. He or she is just there to figure things out with you. So you want to put the financial issues on the other side, and two of you guys in one side, and then you two is looking at the financial issues to figure it out.
Okay, so for the next point is you have to treat your relationship as a startup.
So basically, what it means is that you know how when you start a company, you're tight on cash, you're tight on everything. You have to make every decision very carefully. That should I spend the money here? Would that give me a 10 times benefit return when I put the money? It's exactly same way with the relationship in terms of financials. When you're starting a relationship, you're gonna be tight on cash as a young couple, and you need to make sure that every dollar that you're spending anywhere with your family should have a bigger return.
You have to make sure that you are setting the rules of who's handling things. For example, who's gonna handle our saving, who's gonna handle our investments, who's gonna handle our daily spending, things like that. You have to set the rules for it.
Be managers of different things.
Yeah.
And manage that properly. Have your monthly financial statement, sit down and have a chat with it. Have that financial goal like, hey, this year we're focusing on that part. And that brings us to the next point, which is make one goal all year long. I feel like because we have so many things to do, we end up making so many goals, which is wrong. In my opinion, I think as a couple, you should focus on one thing for the whole year and just go all in. For example, it could be getting rid of debt. Like 2025, this year we're just focusing on getting rid of debt. Everything that we owe, we're gonna pay back to the government. Student loans, car loans, whatever that is, just clear your debts. And then focus on, okay, next year we're gonna focus on wealth, building investments, building a down payment for a house, things of that nature.
The year will be end and you will find yourself didn't achieve anything and you're gonna be the one who's losing. It's better to focus on only one thing rather than few things, and you will achieve it at the end.
We don't use our downtime very efficiently. I feel like the better way to spend the downtime would be do what you need to do. For example, talk to your partner for hours, but have a small segment. I feel like at least an hour. In that hour, you will just sit down and talk about your financial activities and how things are doing in general. So make sure to bring the downtime towards that sort of sector where you are, instead of watching an entertainment show, watch something like a business show, their Dragon's Den, Shark Tank, things of that nature, so that it kind of gives you a financial literacy, as well as it entertain you.
And it will like make you full of knowledge. And the thing is, like, whatever is around you or like surrounding yourself with, you're gonna be like it someday. So if you surround yourself with a lot of information about financially and how you start a business and all of this, one day you're gonna achieve this. This is something I believe personally. Okay, so the last point is you have to celebrate your net worth milestone, not just your anniversary. Whenever, for example, we have one goal for this year, you achieve this one goal, you have to celebrate this. You have to make it like an anniversary for yourself. You set a goal that this month you're not gonna spend X amount. You have to celebrate this once you achieve it.
Now, this is actually very important because what we do as a couple is that we always focus on celebrating birthday, anniversary, things of that nature. Now, if you think about the birthday, it's not really your achievement. You were just born and you had nothing to do with it. You didn't even do any hard work getting born. But when you achieve your goal, for example, get rid of your debt or anything else that you put your mind towards, that's a big achievement. And you need to celebrate more than you would celebrate your birthday. Why? Because it's gonna put an impact on your brain that one, that you actually did what you put your mind towards. So it's gonna build the confidence within yourself. And second, that you did that thing, like you actually don't have the debt you were carrying all along. It's just a lot more liberating if you were to do that versus just go out on a birthday and celebrate the birthday. Just so you know, these points are actually tough. We have been working on some and we haven't done some. So we are moving into an apartment very soon and we'll have a better space to think about these things, and we'll be putting out a proper layout, a proper plan on how we are going to tackle our own debt and what the wealth management plan will look like. That being said, that is all for today's video. If you have enjoyed it, thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow with the new video. Till then, take care of yourself and of this channel. Peace.